Hi there, and welcome to our week in review. I'm sitting in for Karen today, but it's nice to have you all here. This is our AHTV, Aortic Hope YouTube TV channel. And if you enjoy getting some of our videos, live or otherwise, be sure and click that notification button, that little bell, and it'll alert you to some of our new additions. Also, please, if you really like this, click the like button and share it with your friends and family. We love to have that type of support. So here we are, Medical Monday. Let me just say this to our Canadians, neighbors. Happy Canada Day. It's July 1st, and it's a big celebration of kind of like our 4th of July. And so they're going to be having the barbecues and the fireworks and all the fun and parades. So happy Canada Day to you guys. So let's just start right off. This is Medical Monday, and this is from Adam. And he is filling in for Samantha. And he says, "Good morning, friends and family. I hope you are doing well. I'm helping Samantha do today's post because it's her first day working in the hospital. Wish her some luck in the comments down below. Congratulations, Samantha, and best of luck to you. I wanted to spend this morning," he says, "reviewing some of the current cardiovascular screening guidelines recommended by the United States Preventative Services Task Force, also known as, wait for it, USPSTF. For context, the USPSTF is a panel of experts in primary care that routinely review the most up-to-date published research and makes a series of unbiased recommendations to help prevent diseases from forming in our populations." I find this amazing information here. These guidelines are updated and tweaked as new information gets released, and it is something we spend a lot of time learning about in medical school and through residency, regardless of what specialty you go into. So here are some of the most important recommendations they make with regards to cardiovascular health. Hypertension screening. Currently, it is recommended that adults over the age of 18 years old get screened for high blood pressure in two settings: once in the office during your appointment, and one outside the clinical setting, such as at home or in the pharmacy before starting treatment. This is to help avoid overtreatment from a phenomenon known as white coat syndrome, where people's blood pressure tends to temporarily rise at the doctor's office out of fear or nerves. The frequency of screening may vary from provider to provider or patient's risk factors, but tends to be every 3 to 5 years, becoming more frequent as one gets older. And here we have a diagram of the recommendations for those over 18 years old and a link to check out if you want to read more about this. The other is statin initiation, cardiovascular disease prevention. Statins are one of the most well-researched drugs in the world and have been shown to be the most effective therapy for lowering LDL cholesterol and the burden of atherosclerotic disease such as heart attacks and strokes. Take that, Karen. Atherosclerotic. Deciding if and when to start patients on statins is a topic of great debate and requires a delicate balancing of their benefits. Reduce mortality, lower risk of stroke and heart attack, with their drawbacks, such as the cost of additional medication and occasional muscle cramps. Currently, USPSTF recommends that in adults aged 40 to 75 years old who have one or more cardiovascular disease risk factors, such as high blood pressure, diabetes, dyslipidemia, etc., and an estimated 10-year atherosclerotic disease, cardiovascular disease risk, also known as ASCVD, greater than 10%, to start a statin. ASCVD risk can be calculated using calculators such as this one, and here's a link to check that out. Again, another a little chart of the population and recommendations, including another link to check out abdominal aortic aneurysm screening. Here at Aortic Hope, we always remember to hashtag Think Aorta, Think Family. Luckily, the USPSTF also shares this mantra. It is well established that two of the greatest risk factors for abdominal aortic aneurysms, also known as AAA, are male gender and smoking history. Current guidelines from the group reflect this and recommend that all adults, males aged 65 to 75 years old who have ever smoked, undergo screening for a AAA with ultrasound, even if they have no family history. And we have another graph here and a link. Please be mindful that these guidelines are recommendations and that screening may vary greatly based on your risk factors, your family history, and your provider's input. For example, even though USPSTF only recommends AAA screening in male smokers, providers may want to screen female patients with extensive smoking history as well, or a family history of aneurysm. Alternatively, if you are under the age of 40 and have a family history of early heart attacks or have a very elevated LDL cholesterol, which is above 190, your doctor may want to start you on a statin early. Nothing substitutes clinical shared decision making, so be sure to have your open conversations with your doctors and find the plan that works best for you. And that's it for this post. I hope you guys have an amazing start to your week. Be sure to tune in to tomorrow's Topic Tuesday post as well as with Duke. Until then, stay healthy and hashtag Think Aorta. And that is Adam. We like that. Medical Monday from Adam and Samantha.
Excellent post.
Yeah, very interesting. I read it and I was clicking on all those links. It was very interesting. And I like that the I already forgot, the big AFTF.
The USPSTF.
That one. What a great group, a conglomerate that's just unbiased people taking all that medical information and putting it into one place and creating, things that help people fight disease.
Right on. And let's say hi to Katie, Melissa, and Velda. Hi, ladies.
Hi, Katie, Melissa, Velda. Hi. Happy Canada Day, Velda.
She says, thank you, Molly.
You're welcome. I can't wait to get up there to PEI one day. I'm going to go surprise her. Well, let's just continue on with Topic Tuesday with Duke. Good morning, beautiful friends and family. I hope you are doing well and staying cool during these summer months. Welcome back to another Topic Tuesday session. Today, I wanted to do a fun review of cardiac blood flow. Oftentimes, we think of a heart as a single organ that works to pump blood to the whole body. But you may be surprised to learn that the heart is divided into several different chambers that are vastly different from one another. So let's start by appreciating this image in this little, we have a link to take you there. Also, the image is right here. And I find this article very fascinating. We think we know our hearts. Maybe some of you do, but I learned a lot from this, and it was very well written and easy to understand. So we have this beautiful picture diagram of a heart, pointing out all the different anatomy, all the anatomy of the heart. And so as you can see, the heart has several subcomponents. Learning about the natural flow of blood through these chambers was one of my favorite parts of medical school. I wish I could keep this photo up to read this, but first, blood enters into the right atrium via two large veins called the superior and inferior vena cava. Next, blood flows down the right atrium into the right ventricle via the tricuspid valve. And here we have a link showing where the tricuspid valve is located. Commonly, most people have the tricuspid, although we do know that others may have a bicuspid. After that, blood is pumped into the pulmonary artery, which feeds blood from the right ventricle into the lungs, where it will be fed oxygen. Oxygenated blood leaves the lungs via the pulmonic veins, which drops blood back into the heart by way of the left atrium. Blood then flows from the left atrium into the left ventricle, flowing through the mitral valve. And here we have a little diagram and a link to take you there of the mitral valve. Finally, blood is pumped up the left ventricle into our friend, the mighty aorta, via the aortic valve. And here we have a diagram of the aortic valve fully open right there. Here we go. So after that, it is pumped throughout the whole body by the aorta. Pretty neat, right? I think so. And to find that they just labeled the aorta an organ, its own organ. I think that's interesting. Finally, here are some general rules to remember. The right side of the heart carries deoxygenated blood that comes from the entire body. The right side of the heart pumps into the lungs so that the blood can receive oxygen. The left side of the heart carries oxygenated blood that came from the lungs. And then the left side of the heart pumps into the aorta, which goes on to feed the entire body. In general, the left side of the heart has much higher pressures than the right side because it is tasked with pumping blood with enough force to feed the entire aorta. Pulmonary arteries carry deoxygenated blood into the lungs. Pulmonary veins carry oxygenated blood into the heart or through the left atrium. And that's it for this week's post. I hope you enjoyed this unique topic and learned something new. I will see you soon, but until then, remember to #ThinkAorta, and that's from Adam.
He does such a great job with these articles. I say it every week.
He really does. It's so easy to explain. It puts it into a very way of an easy way to understand. And it's always these fascinating topics that we kind of take for granted of knowing, but I can speak for myself. I really don't know. And so it's kind of like we're going through a little cardiology 101 class here. I love it. I love that they bring this information to us.
Oh, hold on. And also, hi, Tom. Chef Tom has joined the chat.
Hi, Tom. That was so, hi. I'm glad you guys joined in. Wish you could be on here with me. All right, so let's move on to Therapeutic Thursday. Therapeutic Thursday at Aortic Cope. You want to learn about a medicine that shouldn't hurt you and is free? It's called laughter. It's true that laughter is the best medicine, and that's because of its many benefits. According to the Mayo Clinic, a good laugh has great short-term effects. When you start to laugh, it doesn't just lighten your load mentally, it actually induces physical changes in your body. Laughter is scientifically proven to have many health benefits, including stress relief. Laughter relaxes the body and reduces stress hormones. Improved immunity, as laughter increases immune cells and antibodies, which can help fight disease. Pain management. Laughter can trigger the release of endorphins, which can temporarily relieve pain. And heart health. Laughter can increase heart rate by 10 to 20%, while also lowering blood pressure and reducing the risk of heart attack. Improved overall well-being. Laughter can set a positive atmosphere and help people think optimistically, which can improve their ailments. So go for it. Just laugh and enjoy your day. That's fun. That's fun. It's nothing better than a really good laugh.
You know, it says pain management, but there are definitely some mornings where laughing hurts. Laughing hurts so much.
Or sometimes you can laugh so hard that it does hurt. And those are the best laughs ever. I love having sore stomach muscles from laughing too hard. All right. Feel Good Friday. It's Friday already. Feel Good Friday. And we have tips for feeling good. That's a helpful one. Over 2023, over the year of 2023, we asked the community to contribute to our musings jar by commenting with their personal favorite inspirational quotes or thoughts in hopes of uplifting other community members. You were very successful. So here's a video. We have a link to the video of our first collection of musings contributed by the community for the community. Feel free to download a copy for yourself, like and share this video too, and maybe you will uplift another as well. Hopefully you will find this to be a useful resource, connecting hearts one beat at a time. So check that out.
It was a pretty good video. Melissa says doctors need different color lab coats so we don't get white coat syndrome.
That's a cute thought. Clever. Well, I wonder if I click that link if we get to watch the musings.
Nope. You can, but we won't get audio and it'll be all janky.
Okay, I can't wait to see it. All right, let's go to our my favorite Survivor Series, and we have decided to pull from the past and replay some of just some favorites, some favorite Survivor Series. So we have dubbed this Survivor Series Replay Saturday, and this day in particular, we're featuring Kathy Doom, and you can learn more about her story by clicking this link on our website, aortichope.org website. Be this shining star in someone's life by submitting your story of survival or caring for someone with aortic disease. We really want to know about the symptoms that were experienced and the process of diagnosis. And we will be sharing this blog with Think Aorta US and use it as a tool to show how emergency room physicians, first responders, why it's so important to think about the aorta. If you'd be interested in sharing your story, complete this form. There's a link there to get you there to sign up. And the Aortic Hope Survivor video and blog series form allows Aortic Hope to collect basic information for Survivor Series video and blog participants. This information will not be shared with anyone except the Aortic Hope administrative members. Videos and blogs submitted to Aortic Hope are used solely for the purpose of sharing with others, and no monetary payment will be made. So we like to receive stories we love the video. We love the live video form or the recorded video, but also we have a written blog that we will put up there for people to read. It's really, really, really impactful, this series, and we just really like to hear from people. So if you haven't done one yet, sign up. Love to hear from you. And Kathy Dooms, I really enjoy her. I've seen it a couple times, and I really like her story, like her presentation. She's so cute in the way she does her story. She's minding her new granddaughter, and so you can hear the little baby in the background, and I don't know. You guys have to check it out. It's really good. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you. All righty. So we're winding it up here. We have some upcoming events.
That says June.
Yeah. There we have July. And we have, starting today, we have this. We also, Monday the 1st, tonight at 7 p.m., we have Aortic Hope's virtual support group meeting in Spanish. That's new and is proven to be pretty popular, is my understanding. Also tonight, there is at 10 p.m., these are all Eastern times, Aortic Hope's caregiver only support group meeting. Tomorrow the 2nd at noon Eastern time, we have Aortic Hope and Aortic Bridges virtual support group meeting. The following day, Wednesday the 3rd at 7 p.m., we have Aortic Hope's Canadian virtual support group meeting for all those Canadians, Canadian only. Welcome you there. Thursday the 4th, we will have the Aorta Hangout, which is so popular with Rob and Mindy Seltzer. That is 4th of July, and I'm sure it will be a blast. It always is. So if you haven't checked out the Aortic Hangouts, please do. It's fun, it's silly, it's interesting, it's informative. It's just, there's a lot of fun going on, and you can come and go as you please, and you can stop in, leave, and come back later. It's really fun, very fun. So then we have Sunday the 7th at 12:30 p.m. The other popular Aortic Hope's Qigong with Kevin Songer, and he shows up at 12:30 in the morning on a Sunday to do some Qigong. If you haven't tried that, that's another really, really great one to do. And he does such a good job of that. And I understand that Rob and Mindy are on a road trip halfway across the country, and they did stop in at Kevin's place, I believe in Tallahassee, and they had some coffee together. I think that's so neat. I love that.
Yeah, when I was producing the Qigong this weekend, Kevin had lots of wonderful things to say about the both of them.
Oh,
Yeah, lovely to hear.
yeah, very nice. I wish I know they're ending. Is it New Mexico? I think their road trip is ending up, but I was hoping they'd come all the way to the West Coast and pop in
Oh,
San Diego.
I don't know how far west they're gonna go, but my understanding is they're gonna stay on this side of the Rockies.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's New Mexico, possibly even Arizona. I can't remember, but anyway, maybe one day they'll pop over here.
Oh,
So.
I'm sure they'll get to it, 100%.
Yeah,
Melissa says, "See all tomorrow for support group, 12 noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific."
yeah. That's 9 a.m. Pacific. That's always a good support group. Also, Melissa leads that and moderates that, and it's usually a very good turnout. So yeah. What else do we have? Anything else before we wrap it up, Joshua?
Uh, Katie says, "Yes, they need to come to the West Coast."
I
I
agree,
think
Katie.
everybody just wants the chef to cook for him.
I I really enjoy raw. I mean, I had what did I do? Oh, I bought some organic multicolored carrots, and they came with, I'm not kidding you, huge leafy green stalk. So many greens. And I asked a gal in line, what can I do with this? She goes, oh, you could use it in anything. Well, that doesn't make sense to me. So I texted with Rob and I asked him what I can do with celery greens. And he gave me some really great ideas. So he's just so nice to have on hand and to ask him these questions. Anyway, I mean, we like them.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what to do with celery. It seems tricky. What are you gonna do for the fourth?
So there's a party at my friend's house. May do that and see some fireworks from their home up in just north of me here in San Diego. Or what we did last year, we went and got a pontoon boat out on the San Vicente Reservoir, which is a hidden gem in San Diego. It's a huge reservoir. It's beautiful, and nobody was there on a 4th of July day. It was unbelievable. The lake was empty, had the whole place to ourselves, huge pontoon boat. And I kind of want to do that this year. So we might do that. Um, Unfortunately, it's pretty hot out there, but you cannot get in the water. No swimming allowed. You can do some water sports, but just no swimming. Um,
Do
and
they
which
give
is
a
interesting.
reason for that? What's the deal?
It's the reservoir. It's California. I don't know the exact, but you can do water sports like water ski and things like that. So I'm a little confused, but interestingly enough, pontoon boats sit pretty high above the water, and s someone jumped in the water and realized there's no ladder. There was no ladder,
Oh, wow.
and it was tough, and I couldn't pull him up. So, and then I'm glad that I didn't jump in the water too, because there's no way I would have ever gotten up. But by the time he got up, he was all scraped and bloodied, and And I was livid. I went to the boat shop, and I know they took the ladder off to prevent people from swimming. But I said, this is a safety hazard. What if both of us fell off and, we couldn't get back on anyway? But it's really beautiful out there. Anyone in Southern California, go check it out. It's such a beautiful reservoir.
That sounds like fun for sure.
What are you doing?
Well, I'm going to be opening up the 4th of July hangouts, and then hopefully I'm going to see some fireworks up over the mountain.
Oh, good. Do they have them up there in your new?
No idea.
You'll find out.
No
Is it
idea.
nice and cool up there, or is it
Oh,
hot?
yeah. So a buddy of mine, he works for Amazon Web Services, and during the heat wave, he was basically on watch constantly. As soon as it gets over 85 degrees, he's being called in, make sure things stay the way they're supposed to stay. So he came up to visit, and he was like, "My lord, the air is so much crisper here than it is down close to the swamp," because he's just outside of DC.
Ah, mountain air.
Look at you jumping in the chat.
I know. I just want to say hi.
Yeah. So, but there's a pretty sizable town down the mountain, and they typically have fireworks starting, I want to say 8:30 or 9. So I'm curious to know if we'll be able to see them from up here.
Ah, I bet you will. I
Yeah.
hope so. I'm glad you're enjoying your new humble abode.
It's nice. It's very nice.
Good. Good. Well, thanks for everyone for joining in and supporting, and check out all these things, and don't forget to hit like and share, and make sure you have that little notification bell. There's so many things that come on this YouTube channel, AHTV. I'd hate for you guys to miss it. So click the bell. And happy Canada Day, and thanks for joining in. Have a good day.